your friend has an emotional, electrical, biochemical problem occasionally. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do for this situation because it's not in your friend himself. It's actually contained. It's an overbreeding problem. Do you understand?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that the requirements to heal this would be worse than he's he's not fragile, but he's not young, correct?
Exactly.
And unfortunately, that sort of miracle would have needed to occur when he was 2 to 3 months, but we can give you some suggestions that can help.
Okay.
So, not heal, but help. And have you ever noticed that when you're particularly agitated that he worries about you?
He'll physically move different.
That's correct. And so, if you understand that, and we want to be very careful to explain this, is that when a dog loves a human so much, you see, what it is they actually, he can see your aura. Have you ever noticed him looking at you a little bit odd or strange?
I'm sorry, all the time.
He's reading your aura. He's, if he lived in a different land, he'd be like a little dog healer or something like that. It's a very extraordinary fellow there. And what we're saying is that, you see, now we want to explain this very carefully, is that if you are feeling where you are harmed, or let's say overcomplicated, and then you begin damaging yourself. Do you understand the difference between anxiety, worry, and when you actually, like you might think, am I going crazy again? Or is there must be something wrong with me? Do you understand?
Okay, yes.
That when you have those sorts of thoughts, what happens is the pink leaves the energy around your heart and your mind. And what it is it's like bumblebee-shaped distracting things flying in and out of your upper body. And he looks and he doesn't like it. And so, if you feel yourself starting to enter into that space, and if you notice he's either if he wants to get on your lap, is actually what you can do is as you stroke his head and his heart, it brings comfort and calmness and will help you to shift back into more normal anxiety instead of the harmful type. Do you believe this?
I understand, yes.
Yeah, so there is a dynamic exchange that happens not only between you and him, but between him and other people. And he's very comfortable with anxiety or even fear, but self-harm, a dog cannot comprehend that. It's an emotion that a dog can't understand.
Self-harm.
Yeah, because no matter how frightened or scared a dog gets, it won't bite itself on the leg or run and dash its head against a wall. And that if he sees this too much, he will symbiotically replicate a little seizure because it overloads his system. Because if his owner has actually lost touch with the impulses of the laws of life, then it's like damaging to his nervous system. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's simply, you're not causing them, but But be sure, again, he is actually there to comfort, to be companion, to keep you up and playing, and but also to teach you how sometimes stroking another person is stroking yourself. Okay. So the next time you start feeling like you're going to go into a self-harm sort of thoughts, pick him up and stroke him till he goes to sleep, and then you will have automatically helped yourself to relax, okay?
Oh, interesting.
Now there's two or three other suggestions we can make.
Also, if I could just say, I also do dog massage on him.
Good. This is what he needs, correct.
He loves it.
Yeah, but particularly, you can actually puppy. We understand he's quite a little fellow, a little charming little man. Is that if you start to feel your anxiety rising too high, that's when you can massage him.
Okay.
Now, because you don't have to wait till you're relaxed. Is if you start feeling nervous, over nervous, massage him, and that will help you shift back. Okay.
Gotcha.
Now, the other thing is that, particularly when the humidity is high and the temperature is, and what we're saying is that, you see, there's those cold, sort of rainy, foggy days in the winter. Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
When the temperature's low and the humidity's high.
Right.
Is that if he if he gets too shivery, or if he gets chilled, his nervous system is more likely to kick into one of his seizures, okay? And that actually he could use a little less of the medication in the summer and a little bit more in the late fall, early winter, spring. But the easiest way to remedy that is always keep his little jacket, and that's sort of always keep him warm. From
Just repeat, we probably need less meds in the summer and more meds in the winter, correct?
yeah, but we think it'd be difficult to change that. We're saying the simplest fix. We wanted to explain the medication interacts a little bit differently in it's just simply, if you always keep him bundled and warm, particularly when the temperature's around under 40 and the humidity is very high. If it's very foggy or damp, you want to keep a jacket on him and keep his little stocking hat on him, if you understand our joke, you know?
I know.
Yeah, because what will happen, if he shivers, the nervous system picks that up as a message that's close to the seizure, and you want to never see him shiver. Do you understand? Yeah.
But when he has shivered, I can sense it.
That's right.
He's doing something.
That's right. He shivers too long, and it's going to slip into an attack, probably. The last suggestion we can make is that you want to actually sort of see, like you could almost pretend, we're going to tell a little joke or story, you could almost pretend like the two of you have been married for a long time and he's going to start wearing down. It's his breed, and particularly with what his physical makeup is, he's not going to have an extraordinarily long life for his breed. And you might want to consider that he's of retirement age now. Do you understand?
Because he's so frisky and adorable.
What we're saying is that he's in the youthful vigor of the retirement. And it's like his work is over, and just every sort of creature comfort and enjoyment the two of you can share. It's like we're talking about a hard-working couple that now they're retired, and now they've moved to Arizona or Florida, and they play golf and tennis and just stay busy all the time, but they begin slowly slowing down, okay?
I actually have felt that.
Yeah, and that's
For a few months.
That's right.
I don't know why I was going that way because he's just as healthy as he's always been. But I get a sense of something.
Yeah.
But I mean, he'll be around for a while, won't he?
He will. He will. It's
Don't tell me how long, please.
we don't want to. Is that what we're saying is that, you know, this is the main reason that you're requesting this call, is
Really?
that you're intuitively sensing that this, while he's just as happy and funny, it's like it's at the point when he's going to begin slowing down. And his nature is to dash, but in other words, if he begins sleeping a little bit more this winter, relax. So he's going to have a long, healthy retirement, but he's going to start slowing down, okay?
Okay, is it because of his breed or because of the seizures or both?
It's all three. It's all three, and but also that's not a very long-lived breed. The heart beats very quickly, and you know, they sort of wear themselves out with joy, happiness, and friskiness. You understand?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and so he will again relatively short life compared for, like, maybe even his litter mates. Is
He was the runt, I think.
that's correct. It's like this is where all of this emanated from, and so you see, on the other hand, a relatively shorter life that's been lived with joy and brilliance is better than a long, slow, sort of dull sort of existence. And so it's like you want to begin storing up, taking pictures, sharing every moment of pleasure that you
Oh my God,
can.
and I really knew that, Dale?
What we're,
You yourself knew that, huh?
yeah, that's right. So, and that's what we're suggesting is, like, you know, while you will continue to live much longer, one day he will be gone. And you want to prepare yourself for that time, because it will be difficult for both of you.
Oh my God, I'm starting to cry,
Yeah, in terms of the heart, missing the fun.
He's my children. He takes the place of my kids.
Actually, we think he's a little nicer than most of them. No, we're joking. We really are joking. It's like, what a wonderful companion. It's like if only you could, like, clone him into a human being and have 3 or 4 different versions and have one for Wednesday and one for Wednesday through Thursday and one. You know, it's like, what a fine, fine gentleman he is.
Yeah. All he does is want to make the world happy.
Sharing his joy. And there will be so much joy, but you will begin becoming more worried and those sorts of things as he slows down. And so it is from his breed, his using up his life force exuberantly, and he is the runt and inherited the problem, one of the problems associated with that breed. So, yeah, later.
I'm so glad I called you.
You're welcome.
I know I'm teasing, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I'm glad I called you, but now I wasn't looking to go down this path, but I guess I was supposed to, so.
It is preparation, yeah. And later, if he begins to have problems with keeping his balance, or he starts stumbling or not seeing right, we could shift some of the way that the balancing is processed through the brain, and this is what will occur as he gets closer to his passing. Is again, not all the synapses in his brain and his brain chemistry is as healthy as even his litter mates, and so but there is additional neural pathways that he's not using. So when this begins to occur, we can help him be happy and run around another year and a half longer. Okay. Rejoice in the glorious nature of life, and soon there will be more companionship for you as you continue to follow your own path and let little Jackster help you, okay?